Yeah, so count me down whenever.
Hi.
Hello,
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
Hey.
Saz. Hi.
have you started?
Yeah, we're just about to start.
Pasa a los servidores.
Corta.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 2 of Average Overwatch's first community tournament. Yesterday, we saw the tribe rip through the competition, and for the first match today, we'll be seeing yesterday's victors against Demons Gaming, unlucky team, and they'll be playing against Team Nocturnal.
And don't forget that it is a Spanish tournament, therefore that's why you heard some Spanish at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, we had a bit of a hiccup there, but I think everything's sorted. I'll keep an eye on Discord just in case.
Yeah, it seems that the admin were a bit worried that the English stream didn't start it on time, but here we go. Still with Navak will be the main caster today, and unfortunately for us, Rock is not here anymore. He's not available on Sunday, sadly. But I will be I'm at Epic. I will be casting with Navak as well today. Yesterday I was the producer, and today I will be both producer as well as casters.
Casting and producing, and we'll be trying to bring you the best game. The first map that we've got today is JunkerTown, and then we will be seeing King's Row once again, a map favored by both teams, but I am excited to see JunkerTown as we didn't get to see it yesterday, and we may finally see some of that Bastion play on the payload. And we're just waiting for both teams now to be ready.
We didn't get JunkerTown yesterday.
No, we didn't at all. We got lots of Icon Vault and King's Row, but no Junker.
So maybe JunkerTown was picked today because we have the Bastion main we famously heard about by Zazor, and we didn't get the chance to see him yesterday. So I got my finger crossed for Nocturnals having the Bastion main in their team, therefore playing JunkerTown.
Yeah, I do believe that is Mr. Black, who is the Bastion main on Nocturnals. And from what we've heard, and from the little bit of gameplay I saw from them, he is fairly proficient in the character. And of course, on the team of Unlucky Team, we're going to be seeing Mercy Waifu and Symmetra Waifu, the Pharah Mercy duo we saw yesterday, managing to hold back with a quadra kill on Hanamura.
Yeah,
so
Mr. Black is definitely the Bastion main, with 55 hours on all the competitive season had it, so definitely the Bastion main.
152 hours of Bastion overall, and it does look like both teams are now starting to ready up. So we should be getting into the game soon enough, and then we can really get this tournament going.
Just need to double check. Yes, there is. We will be entering the game.
Welcome to JunkerTown.
Oh, and we of course get that.
And we have a pause. There we go.
So we are going to see Nocturnals attacking on the first side here, and we do of course see Mr. Black picking that Bastion, obviously favored by the map itself. And if I double check here, I do believe that Nocturnals picked JunkerTown as their map, perhaps hoping that Mr. Black would be able to carry them through that. I will double check that.
Do teams generally keep that Para chip throughout the game, or do they just keep that Bastion on just for the first phase?
JunkerTown is a fairly unique map. As the map goes on from point to point, it gets smaller and smaller and more restricted. We do see some Bastion or some teams deciding to stay on that pirate ship the entire round, but there is a very high likelihood that they will switch it about and try different things if the Bastion does get picked off early on. As once the pirate ship falls apart, it sometimes is a bit harder to settle it back on.
Yeah.
And we see Mysteria here on the Symmetra. I don't know if that's going to be an actual pick or if they're planning to switch, but it would be interesting to see if they do bring that along. On the side of Unlucky Team, of course, we see Fastmanado on the Junkrat. Yesterday, he was helping with that Genji, managing to get so many picks on the backline, and perhaps he's looking to do the same with the Junkrat on the Bastion this time around.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely they will go for the pirate ship with the Reinhardt's shield as well as the Orisa. And a bit of healing grenade from Hannah should be fine to basically mitigate all the damage with the Mercy as a healer.
100%, and immediately as we get into the fight, we see Mercy Waifu trying to get that hack onto the Bastion, making sure they can't set up, but he's not going to be able to, and Mr. Black does get set up on the payload, looking to deal with everyone on the high ground. The right hut shield coming from Texmalado going down, fairly quickly being torn apart by the damage.
Yeah, but the shield is still holding, but no, never mind, I just have said it. The Aris had just replaced that his shield, but the pirate ship is advancing very, very well for now onto the game, and the Bastion's still alive.
Yeah, we do see Nocturnals here managing to get plenty of picks with the use of Mr. Black and Erethan there, Genji there, catching off a few of the backline and completely devastating.
And Mr. Black
Unlucky
already with the ultimate, Mr. Waifu bit of contesting with that Sombra onto the payload. That will be a first quick first phase, sorry.
Yeah, and we do see Erethan now popping the Dragon Blade. He's going to look for he can, and he does manage to get Tekmala's Reinhardt down. He's going to try and get another pick, get them off the payload to manage to make this easy. We see Zatch's Mercy or D.Va mech going down, and the D.Va and the Sombra coming out. That was a lot.
3 kill with the Dragon Blade, but this doesn't seems to be enough. Oh, never mind.
No.
He just killed the Symmetra as well as
managing as soon as the hack goes down, Erethan now managing to pick up one of those kills and clear off Unlucky Team. But Reinhardt from Texmalado managing to stay on that point and contest it for as long as he can, but he's not going to be able to with Mr. Black setting back up and dishing out the damage. Now we'll see here if they decide to switch. I don't believe that they will, because Mr. Black obviously still has that ultimate ready there to turn into a tank whenever he needs to clear off a harder hold.
And they have the nano boost from the Ana, so we might see a tank nano boosted for Mr. Black.
Of course, and on top of that, they also have the Orisa ult getting ready to damage boost the entirety of Nocturnal as they continue this push. We're going to see Unlucky Team now trying to get back together and group up to deal with the Bastion, but Mercy Waifu's just not going to be able to find it, and he does pop that tank out, managing...
The Riptire killed by the Bastion.
Yep, the Riptide does indeed go down to the Bastion, and as well does Mercy Waifu not being able to get that EMP down or hack him out of it, with the hammer down coming out and catching a few people out. Once again, Nocturnal just seeming to have all of their ults back, but Mr. Black does fall to Fascinado there in the backline, and they're going to be able to clear up some of it, but it doesn't matter, because Udazar with his Orisa is going to be able to clear up the rest of the team.
Yeah, I was really afraid at the beginning of the engagement with the Shatter catching a lot of people, but not a lot of kill directly following the Shatter. But the Genji Eritem really, with his Dragon Blade, really did a lot of damage as well. Damage boosted by the Orisa. Let's see for the D.Va bomb onto the payload, not catching anyone though. And on the side of Unlucky Team, we only have Symmetra Reifu. We only had Symmetra Reifu with the ultimates. Now we have 3 from the side of with Epsilon, as well as a Riptire from Fasmanido.
Yeah, and we do see Unlucky Team managing to hold this back off just as the point was about to get it, only 2 meters away. But they're going to be able to reform this with the team. They have both of their supports ults up, and we do see the Riptire from Fasmanado looking probably going to be hunting the Bastion down to make sure he can't set up for the rest of Nocturnal.
Yeah, Nocturnals have plenty of time still to attack that payload. Mr. Black with the ultimate ready. They will also have the Valkyrie, which is not that powerful from the latest patch. But still, that's still the Valkyrie available for them, and they will have a couple of echo pushes, I believe, just to gain some ultimate percentage.
But we do see Mr. Black just setting up there with all of the ultimates, but it doesn't matter because Mercy Waifu's going to get the EMP, taking out all of those shields. It's absolutely huge. The Bastion's not going to be able to self-heal, but he is going to manage to get the Riptire down from the tank form.
Oh, Mr. Black going down in the end, a lot of damage. He didn't do a lot of damage with his tank form, but the payload's still moving, but a lot of kills coming for Unlucky Team. Once again, able to defend that engagement.
Yeah, they're holding that point very well. Mercy Waifu's EMP there completely saved their team from the shields of the 6-man group that Nocturnals was trying to pull away there.
Yeah, as they were pushing onto the catwalk, onto the high ground, the Sombra did catch the entire Nocturnals teams. The Sombra got spotted though by the Genji, who was just behind the Sombra, but not able kill it in the end might have cost them the fight. Mr. Black switched to a Tracer, so no more Bastion.
As I was saying earlier, when the Bastion comp on Pirate Ship falls apart, the Bastion tends to switch off to something a bit more aggressive. But we are going to see 2 Earth Shatters coming down, but Mercy Waifu again having that EMP in every single fight. Zatch now putting that ultimate out, and he is going to be able to get Blood Daddy off of that. Reinhardt killing him and resetting it. With Erethan looking for any pick he can get, he is behind the line, but Mercy Waifu does pick up the hack there. And the Genji is going to have to flee. And Nocturnals now should be looking for a reset, but they do use their nano boost onto the Zarya, and they're not going to be able to find anything from it.
Yeah,
I stand corrected, Fasmanado does fall.
The Zarya staying alive though, so the fight still continue, but that's not typically. Oh, nice!
Oh, a double kill coming out from Miscalate. Oh, yeah.
That's
we do
nice
see
kill. That's nice catch.
That is a huge pick for Nocturnals on Unlucky Team there. And we do see Mysteria going in for that res on Mr. Black, clearly wanting to keep their DPS up right now, as they are just inches away from getting this next point. With 30 seconds left on the clock, it does look like they might be able to get it, but we do see Fasmanado coming in with the Riptire, and it's going to find a target. It finds 3 in fact!
That's a huge kill at 10 seconds at the end of the
Reinhardt
game.
missed it. Bloody Daddy missing his Earth Chatter there, missing Fasmanado and Tex Meletta, and that does mean that they're going to be able to hold this point for just a little bit longer, and if they can't get back in 3 seconds, then that's going to be the round towards Unlucky Team. In fact, and it is.
So yeah, they were pushing with the pirate ship, they were pushing pretty far, but once they got stopped, it was the Unlucky Team did manage to defend every single push from Nocturnals. So yeah, really well defended by Unlucky Team, being able to destroy that pirate ship. Then the following attacks from Nocturnals were completely denied.
Yeah, we did see some very key fights there, coming down to mostly Mercy Waifu and Fasmanado with that ultimate, the Sombra ult that we also saw yesterday, making great use of it and being able to catch the team out completely from Nocturnals. They didn't know what to do. Whilst all 6 of them were hacked, all of their shields were gone. They were just Unlucky Teams for the taken. And then we proceeded to see Fasmanado with that Riptire just when they needed it, picking up the triple kill. It was absolutely huge.
Do Nocturnals all running the Houston Outlaw skins? I believe so.
Not all of them, but we did see a few of them running the Houston Outlaw skins, indeed. Looking very uniform, trying to keep their team styling, but...
Yeah, only the Reaper and I believe the Orisad are not running the Outlaw skins, which, by the way, did finish 3rd for the Stage 1 of Overwatch League. And Mr. Black going to stick with the Bastion.
Yeah, we are going to see Mr. Black staying on that Bastion on the defense of JunkerTown with Mercy Waifu on Widowmaker. He's going to look for a quick pick as fast as he can get as soon as he comes out of this point. And when he sees it, we should be seeing Tex Meletta on the Winston, jumping in onto that high ground and trying to just dish up as much damage as he can whilst absorbing it with the bubble.
The Reaper is really far into the front lane for Nocturnals.
Mr. Black managing to get a lot of damage in at the start there. Even though he took a few shots from the Widowmaker, it doesn't matter as he's already 30% to his ult, building it as quickly as he can, as that tag form may provide to be quite important in this next upcoming fight.
Look at the Reaper from behind.
Yeah, we see the Moira bubble actually managing to pick up Mercy Waifu all the way from the other side, but Fasmanado deflecting all of the bullets into Mr. Black and killing him off. He's going to be looking to clear it up on the Orisa here. And I just want to say, the teamwork that we see coming from both teams here is, you can clearly see the communication in their ultimate and consideration for a lot of these things, but it doesn't matter because Zatch is going to jump in and manage to pick off the Orisa, leaving only Moira and Reinhardt here with the Reaper trying to hold off as much damage as they can. And we see this is another one of those holds where if you manage to push through this and get into the open area, that's super famous. But it doesn't matter because Bloody Daddy managed to hit 2 people, but he's not going to be able to get anybody because Fasmanado's little mind's there pushing him up into the air.
Death Blossom. Let's watch it. He's gonna pop to Death Blossom pretty decent, I believe.
It doesn't matter because Fasmanado is already behind them. But I stand corrected. Earthen with the triple kill there on Mercy Waifu Epsilon and Tex Malada, completely shutting down this push by Unlucky Team. Zatch using his ultimate, but it was completely wasted in that time.
I think he just used his ultimate just to remake because the D.Va make was very low on health.
Yeah, and we're gonna see what's
still the fight going on. Tex Malada pushing a lot of people with the Primal Rage Monkey.
Yeah, Tex Malada is going to find the Moira Bongo drum there and manage to take it out. And we do see the Riptire coming out from Phasmonado, but not managing to get anybody. I think he was just trying to reset the... Oh, sorry, from Mercy Waifu. Mercy Waifu and Phasmonado switched up their DPS completely, leaving Symmetra Waifu now on the support.
And Mr. Black switched from Bastion to Soldier already with Attack Visor.
Yeah, and we do see Mysteria
going to the back lane. Let's see what he can do with this. D.Va has been demexed, so no more defense metric to absorb all the damage of Mr. Black Target Visor. So he will have clear line of sight of everyone onto this game. And right now he's going to stick with his ultimate.
Yeah, for a second there, it didn't look like Unlucky Team even noticed Mr. Black in the backline, dealing as much damage as he could with that Soldier, managing to get a few hits off and readying for his Attack Visor. But Phasmonado did react to him and managed to push him away to force him to regroup with the rest of his team.
There is the Dragon Blade from Phasmonado.
Yeah, and Phasmonado manages to pick off Mr. Black's Visor, completely negating it with Mysteria looking very low. Valkyrie does get pops, trying to keep his team up as best as he can with Sherryman. The healing here is the most important part of this entire team fight for now. And the D.Va Bomb doesn't manage to find anybody, but the Repro does get pushed into Epsilon.
He has been booped, so the Lucio mitigating a lot of damage from Eritem Death Blossom. So that was well done, because that Death Blossom could have been really fatal for Unlucky Team.
And we do see once again Mercy Waifu and Symmetra Waifu on that Fur Mercy that we saw yesterday that was so dominant in the skies.
And 10 seconds remaining into the game, we will have Eritem switching from Reaper to a Tracer to try to buy a little bit of time, but might be the completion. Mr. Black might contest last time. He has used his Tag Visor though, but he might be able to rebuild another one.
And we are going to see the Justice coming out from Mercy Waifu, just trying to clear up the point as much as they can. It's so important right now for Unlucky Team to manage to get it just 3 meters further, and that will increase the time that they have and put them out of overtime, forcing a lot less pressure on them themselves. But we're going to see Erethan manage to hold it for a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter as he goes down to the Mercy Waifu, and they're going to be able to get that first point.
And Phasmonado with once again Dragon Blade. So let's see what he can do with this. Has a lot of member of Nocturnals has been respawned to the, let's say, to the starting spawn room. So there will be a big scatter right now, but it seems that Unlucky Team doesn't want to push really far onto that second phase, therefore letting Nocturnals organize a bit of the defense. And Phasmonado is looking for an angle for using the Dragon Blade.
And Yutz is managing to hook Tex Malada as he was about to ult Mr. Black in the backline with his ultimate, but Phasmonado deflecting most of that damage there and trying to delay it as much as he can, and he does manage to delay it all that, and he kills. We see the Dragon Blade coming out. Mysteria popping that Valkyrie to escape and live with his life.
Oh, no kills with the Dragon Blade. He was looking first for the Soldier, then managed to catch the Tracer, but with one slash he might be a bit too far. Didn't really get the kill onto the Tracer, therefore no reset onto the dash of the Genji.
And we find Phasmonado now switching off that
getting
Genji.
hooked.
The D.Va Bomb coming out from Zatch's Sassink. He's looking for anything he can get, and he does get Mysterious and Otiza there. 2 big picks for them to be able to push them. We're not going to see any Mercy Raisin with the Roadhog not being able to tank any of the damage. They're going to be able to just run through the team here. But Mr. Black, again, in the backline, not being dealt with. He's not being paid attention to until now. Mercy Waifu picking up that kill. And I think that was a team kill for Unlucky Team.
Yes, no, the Tracer is still alive onto the back lane, but it's not really doing anything. Maybe letting his team falling back as the Justice raining from above.
Yeah, the Justice going to be able to stop that. And the ult coming out, but it doesn't manage to get anybody as he falls immediately to Fasminado's Reaper. Mr. Black looking to deal with a Far Mercy in the sky, but he's not going to be able to. And the first map is going to go to Unlucky Team.
Not completed yet, but the reinforcements are not there. The Tracer not being able to contest very long, as Mercy Waifu on this Pharah has been uncontested as soon as he switched off. The Soldier dealt a little bit of damage onto the Pharah, but not that much. The Pharah was more countering the Soldier than the Soldier countering the Pharah. So that's unlucky team 1 to Nocturnals 0 onto this game. We are still using a best of 3 format for now, but yeah, we will definitely have another game, and let's see if Nocturnals manage to tie the series 1-1. Therefore, letting us see another third round between those two teams.
Yeah, unfortunately there we see Nocturnals with the pick on JunkerTown, but they're not able to take it even with Mr. Black on their team. And that is huge for Unlucky Team, as that wasn't their map pick, and we saw them be so dominant yesterday on King's Row. It was their first pick map whenever they could get it. And we're going to see them once again, probably running that Far Mercy along with a Genji, as we've been seeing time and time again work for them.
And Nocturnals has been switched off side, so yeah, I really believe that for the attack of Nocturnals, as soon as the Bastion got denied onto the payload, it was just Nocturnals falling apart, and the switch was... They had a lot of time to try to re-push onto that payload, but they didn't really get the chance because the Sombra was having a hell of a game during the second phase for Nocturnal's attack, denying every pushes.
Yeah, we've seen Mercy Waifu be so oppressive with those Sombra ults, completely shutting down any attempt that Nocturnals tried to with setting up the Bastion with the Aris Shield and Reinhardt Shield and just completely falling. But now we are just waiting for everybody to be set up, and then we will be going into King's Row as the second map. If Unlucky manages to take that, they will continue in the tournament. But I'd like to see this go to a map 3. I feel like we have some potential.
Yeah, and yesterday we only had 2 O's, with the first match being a little bit off court with a draw onto King's Row. That was King's Row, the first map we played on, which have been played onto these tournaments. We had a draw, then we had was Oasis as a decider game. And
yeah,
the final score was 2-1, 1-0, and it was kind of strange to have that 1-0 score letting the tribe onto the next round.
Yeah, and then we saw the tribe against Try again as well later that day, and once again completely demolishing the competition. I'm thoroughly excited to see this match coming up in a few hours of the Tribe versus Lunar Dinos. That should be a fantastic match.
Yeah. It's gonna be great to watch.
Yep, and I'm not quite sure what's taking so long for us to get into that next round.
Yeah, I think they are missing one player. So did they want to sub him, or did they needed to just relaunch the game for whatever reason?
Yep, I guess we'll be finding out in a second. I'm sure Sazwell will tell us momentarily if needs be.
So the London Spitfire yesterday, I didn't get the chance to watch the game, but did you?
I did not, as I fell asleep.
Alright, that happened. To be fair, yes. Yesterday I didn't get chance to watch the game because I fell asleep as well.
Yeah, there you go. That's the issue with the Overwatch League. The times are so late. As Europeans,
yeah,
it was bad.
Yeah, basically I'm just watching the Overwatch League on replay once they upload it onto their website, which sometimes take a couple days. But yeah,
Or
I'm
you can
basically
just
watching
watch
the Overwatch
you
League.
can just watch the Twitch VODs on the Twitch channel.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I'm watching the Overwatch League at my work, and at my work I'm using a Mac. Therefore, I love to use the picture-in-picture thing, which allows you to put one video on top of everything. And unfortunately, with Twitch, Twitch is not compatible with picture-in-picture, as they are not using HTML video player. So that's kind of unfortunate. But I could still listen to the podcast because I still need to work and not paying attention to the game. But yeah, that's what I'm usually doing.
Yeah, we're just waiting, guys, for this game to be set up, and it does look like Tex Miller is back in the room, so we should be starting any second now.
Yes, there is. We will entering the game in King's Row.
Yeah, and as I was saying, this map was picked by Unlucky Team, and yesterday we saw it picked by them whenever they had the chance to get it as the first or second map, guaranteeing to play on this map. So I would say it's the team strongest out of the map pool, and the one that they're definitely most comfortable on, as we saw once again the Pharmacy completely demolishing teams in the past.
Yeah, I really hope that Nocturnals will find an answer to that Pharmacy, because that Pharah onto JunkerTown did a lot of damage on the team of Nocturnals. So I really hope that Mr. Black or either Eritum, Mr. Black was playing Soldier at the during the last round. So I really hope that they will be dealing with that Pharah, and they will identify that Pharah as the main threat of Unlucky Team.
But it doesn't look like that. We see Mr. Black on the D.Va switching over to an attack role. So does that mean that Bloody Daddy on the Torbjorn? Is this a... No, we do see them switching around, running triple tank by the looks of it. Perhaps to try and deal with the Pharah using the D.Va's defense matrix and micro missiles with her ability to pressure in the sky. But we'll have to see if that works out quite well, as Symmetra Waifu has been able to show time and time again. Or sorry, Mercy Waifu has been able to show time and time again with that experience. But it doesn't look like it's going to matter, as we see Mercy Waifu on that Junkrat.
That Junkrat is basically a nice composition to have that Junkrat, because he will burst through that Reynard shield of Bloody Daddy in a matter of seconds with all that grenades. I really hope that Mr. Black defense matrix will be able to absorb all the damage, but yeah, let's see what they can do with this. And no Pharah into the game, as we have Fast Magneto onto a Soldier.
Yep, and we haven't seen Fast Magneto play too much shoulder here. He's shined on the Junkrat and Genji, so maybe he'll also shine on this DPS. We see him up in the top there, trying to get an angle, but he's not managing to find anything at the moment.
Oh, Mercy Waifu with already 50% ultimate charge. That will be a really quick Riptire.
Yep, and we've seen how easy it is to switch over these fights with one huge Riptire. Mercy Waifu now up to 70% with Epsilon getting 60. Both teams building up their Moira ults incredibly quickly from the amount of damage that's being done. Utiza at 100% on the Zarya touch. He's going to be able to melt the tanks. Both of the Zaryas here fighting out in the mid, looking for something. Both of them bubbling, and they're going to go down. Nocturnals managing to find a lot here, but they do hear the Riptire coming out, and is it going to be dealt with? It's not, and Mysteria falls to Mercy Waifu.
Catching the Mercy. But it's not enough. Mercy Waifu is only alive onto the point. Is going to be Nocturnals with the cap.
Yeah, Nocturnals taking that point with a nice clean use of Utiz as their ability to be 100% charged pretty much the entirety of the fight. We do see the Graviton Surge on the side of Nocturnals being almost complete, whilst they're lacking behind on Unlucky Team with only 50%.
And then Nocturnals not switching to Bastion. I was hoping maybe to get Bastion onto the street phase, but we will not have that luck.
No, interestingly enough, we see Mr. Black switching over to that Pharah, playing into Fast Monado's Soldier, which I don't know is the best call.
And
There's the
Fastman,
flare,
oh,
is the
there
Graviton
is the
Surge
Graviton
coming out, and he's
Surge.
going to be able to
lot
get a
of
big hit,
damage.
catching everyone out, but the Moira healing coming out, and we do see Zenyatta popping his ult, trying to keep his team alive there by Symmetra Waifu. He's going to be able to, with Moira also ulting at the end of it, to be able to stop as much damage as they can. Both of the Earth Shatters coming out, and it does seem to be varying the team of Unlucky, but it doesn't matter because the huge pick coming out from Etheron managed to take Symmetra Waifu out, along with Sherry on Epsilon.
And a lot
And
of rockets from Mr. Black just to deny the contest onto that last checkpoint.
Yeah, he's looking for any damage he can get on somebody that's going to run around that corner, but I see Unlucky Team seems to notice that and decide not to push towards it, perhaps just trying to give them that point or waiting for their Reinhardt to get back into the position to shield them. But it doesn't matter because the Concussion Blast is going to move him away, and we see Mr. Black getting ever closer to this barrage. One more rocket and he will have it. And we should see it when popped immediately, but it doesn't matter because the healing rocket from Esmeralda gets him down instantly. 0.46 meters away. They only need to get this payload moving for about half a second, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to, with Unlucky Team managing to hold this incredibly well.
Only Mystera with the Valkyrie available as an ultimate, so not a lot of ultimate to deal with.
And we're going to see both of the DPS on the side of Unlucky Team with their ultimates. We have the Visor and the Riptire. And Mercy Waifu might be able to prove themselves with a big Riptire here, as they do look like they're positioning to get ready for it. Erethan sneaking up behind those. Zenyatta hasn't noticed it by now, and he's going to take a lot of damage before going down. The Earth Shatter coming in, but the huge Riptire coming out from Mercy Waifu, picking up 3 of them. It doesn't matter though, because Erethan's still in the backline, managing to kill all 3 of them with his Riptire, or with his Death Blossom.
That was a nice combo with the Earth Shatter and the Riptire, but in the end, Irritum with the nice Death Blossom, just killing everyone still alive onto that payload from the side of Unlucky Team.
You've got to be listening to your supports when they call out a Reaper behind you, because if he's going to Death Blossom like that and you're not prepared, he's going to clear your team.
And Mercy Waifu switching onto a Pharah, so let's see what if he can deal with Mr. Black Pharah onto the sky. Let's see the 1v1.
I completely missed it, but we did see Mercy Waifu just Concussion Blast both of Nocturnals tanks down the hole. Now the respawn is a lot closer because they got that point pushed up, and they're going to be able to regroup in a much faster rate, keeping the pressure onto Unlucky Team. Nocturnal looking for anything, and Bloody Daddy does manage to get a huge Earth Shatter there, hitting 4 of them. We see Erethin now going for the Symmetra Waifu and managing to take down Mercy. The fact that they have a Mercy Waifu and a Symmetra Waifu, and Symmetra Waifu is playing Mercy, is the most confusing thing.
Yes, that was really confusing. Yesterday they were playing onto Volskaya Industry, and Symmetra Waifu was playing Mercy, and Mercy Waifu was playing Symmetra. So,
but it doesn't matter, because as we're coming into this fight, we're getting a lot of ults coming out now with the Moira ult, trying to keep both of their tanks alive as Bloody Daddy comes in, and the barrage comes out from Mr. Black, but he's not going to be. He is in fact going to be able to find Symmetra Waifu just as he's taken out by Zatch Assassin.
Oh, the Earth Shatter, but there is no damage to follow that great Earth Shatter who did catch 3 people from the side of Nocturnals. So now the travel time will be a bit longer to that payload, and therefore the defense might just step up a little bit to try to hold that Nocturnal team really far from that payload.
But Ulysses has been playing such a fantastic Zarya, and we are going to see him with the Graviton Surge, along with Moira's Coalescence. If they manage to get a big one, it doesn't matter how many shields that you have, because Moira's going to go through them.
And Mercy Waifu is just hiding behind the crate.
And there's the barrage, but he's going to aim for the tanks instead of the backline. An odd choice coming out from Mercy Waifu, but he is going to be able to get taken down almost immediately. The big Earth Shatter coming out with Zatch's Diva Bomb. It's going to be huge, picking up 4 for Unlucky Team and completely stopping this push.
And Moira just going to jump to death. And as well as the Mercy. So nice scatter onto the support, so the Nocturnals will need to wait their supports to respawn just to attack another time. They will have 2 minutes though, just to push a few meters onto that last checkpoint, but that last checkpoint can be defended for years.
Yep, and we are going to see Nocturnals trying to regroup here. Unlucky doing the best that they can with as much area denial. Again, running that Junker at Farah to try and do as much damage as they can when they come around the corner and build those ultimates as quickly as they can. We see Fast Monado getting closer and closer to that Riptire, but we still have Utazar with his Graviton Surge. They're going to be looking for anything.
Nothing to combo with the Graviton Surge yet. yet. We will have Mr. Black with 70% to his rib tire, so maybe an opportunity for them. They will need to wait. They will need to some few eco pushes just to get that rib tire, just to get that combo, that crucial combo with Fast Manido with already with a rib tire available, as well as Mercy Waifu with the barrage.
Erethan again switching over to that soldier as he has been, trying to find a pick on Mercy Waifu, but he's just not managing to find the angle as the missiles are instantly going for them as soon as he tries. But we do see the ults on the side of Nocturnal getting closer and closer, and this looks like it's going to be an attempted push as Mysteria pops it. We hear the visor coming out. There's the Moira ult, and we should be seeing the Graviton Surge any second, but maybe they don't even use it and wait for their return to retake once again. The Riptide coming out from Fast Monado, and he has been able to get some fantastic pushes, and he does pick two off there, shutting down Nocturnal's push by the looks of it. Yep, there it is. Fast Monado managing to pick up Bloody Daddy, and they're just not going to have enough right now to keep this push going. But they're gonna invest a Riptire into killing Symmetra Waifu.
I don't know if it was worth it to do this, because the travel time from the defending side is really quick, as Mr. Black will be falling down to Mercy Waifu. Nice concussion blast, killing Eriton, Utesa. So no more Graviton Surge.
And we saw Bloody Daddy getting a little bit excited there using that Earth Shatter, but it was too late because Bloody Daddy managed to block it and counter the Earth Shatter, completely shutting down their attempt. But again, unlucky team managing to hold this point.
Yeah, but it was way closer than last time. Nocturnals having pushes onto that last phase, but yeah, let's see what Nocturnals can do on defense. Because last time they didn't really get the chance to. It was really difficult for them on no, they had a nice time on defense on the first phase of JunkerTown, but that over time for a very long time. Still, unlucky team able to push that first phase. Then the second phase was really easier for them.
Yeah, we did see unlucky team managing to apply constant pressure, and they always seem to manage this just as they need it at that last little bit of the payload and get it from their overtime. They did the same thing yesterday, and we are going to see them once again on that Diva and Widowmaker, which we also saw yesterday, managing to play a very aggressive style where they pushed onto the point as quickly as they could and completely overwhelmed their opponent. So we'll see if Nocturnal was watching those matches and has figured out a counter for it.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And there is on the stream, there was switch color from the team on the first round. Everything should be settled from now.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Nocturnal waiting around the corner here, perhaps making sure in case they have a Widowmaker not be able to be seen. But no, they were just waiting for that time, and they are gonna push up. We see unlucky team taking an odd push here, not showing off where they are, and they do not have that Widowmaker. In fact, they're running triple tank. Fast Monado switching off of it to the Roadhog. And again, they rush in. Oh, they are running the 4-tank battle with the Lucio and Moira. And again, they're running this super hyper-aggressive attempt at this point, completely trying to push them off the point and force it. And now they've made it so it looks like they're defending, completely holding that point with all 6 of the team on it. And there we go. We see the first ball of Nocturnals, and the Moira already coming out from unlucky team, managing to keep his team out. No, Lucio's absolutely fine with the assistance of the Mercy. And again, they just completely overwork their opponents and take this team.
Sorry, that was the Lucio of Nocturnals.
Oh, I see.
Sorry. But yeah, that was really strange, because the way they attacked that point, it was at the end, they just rotate around that tower onto the next to that point, and they were really looking like they were attacking, defending. So that was kind of awkward to see.
Yeah, and we see Symmetra Waifu, the only person on the payload, as the rest of his team pushes up, trying to get it. Utah does manage to get that hook off, but it's not going to be enough as the assistance comes out. The Diva coming out to try and counter it. Are they going to be able to catch Mr. Blackout? Doesn't catch Mr. Blackout, but Mercy Waifu does in fact catch Sherry and Mysteria, both of the supports being down for Nocturnals, and that means that they have no healing to keep their tanks up as they fall one by one.
Mr. Black onto the Bastion on the defense. for the street phase, kind of strange, I would say.
I mean,
usually-
Mr. Black's just looking for his comfort pick, trying to find something that's going to work, because right now, Unlucky Team is looking like an unstoppable force.
For the side of an unlucky team, they will have the Graviton as well as the Whole Hog from Fast Manido. So let's see what they can do with this. No ultimate except for Mysteria with the Sun Barrier, but
And we see the
There it
Graviton
is.
surge out. We do hear the Bastion tank coming out, the shield coming down from Bloody Daddy, but he is going to be able to keep a lot of his team alive with nobody being able to push on for the Roadhog ult. The hook is missed, and nothing's going to get through as Zatch absorbs most of that damage with his Zarya bubbles. So now we should see Zatch at practically 100% melting through the tanks. Bloody Daddy is on 2 HP, and if he doesn't find any healing soon, he will fall.
the Bastion onto that back lane, just untouchable so far, but it's not enough. It's not enough. You're ditching a lot of damage, but all your front line is dead. Therefore, Unlucky Team pushing towards victory. They have few meters to push. 63 meters to push to be exact, and a lot of ultimate to work with Tixmilata, with his Earth Shatter, as well as Mercy Waifu with the Diva Bomb.
And we see again Mr. Black running that tank, and he does manage to get Tixmilata just slightly pushed off the edge with the damage, but it doesn't matter because we see the Diva Bomb Zarya ult coming out, and with no shields to save them, Mysteria and Bloody Daddy are going to fall. Uses us now with the full hog, trying to keep their team alive, or at least on that point, by pushing the rest of Unlucky Team off, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter as none of them seem to be falling. Zatch Assassin still with the 100% Zarya charge, he just cannot get less.
Oh, there is the Death Blossom has been booped off the payload, could have been crucial for Unlucky Team.
It doesn't matter, the coordination between Symmetra Waifu and Mercy Waifu eating all of that with that Diva defense matrix whilst being
nice
booped away
shatter,
with the
but
Symmetra
not a
ult.
lot of damage to follow up.
Yeah, it's not enough of damage, and again, Unlucky Team just managing to look unstoppable with Zatch Assassin constantly at that 100%. He's dealing probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he has gold damage with the amount he's been absorbing and dishing out. But he does manage to fall here with Erefin again flanking from behind, and nobody's paying attention to him. He's being completely ignored as the Diva Bomb comes out to manage to buy Nocturnal a little bit of room to work with, forcing Unlucky back to regroup with their Roadhog and Zarya.
Nobody's
staying
paying
on that
attention to Reaper as nobody.
No, and they're deciding to stay on that quad tank.
All you need as Reaper is a bit of attention, you know, and Heritem is not getting any, therefore he has plenty of free grounds to flank, and there is, look at that flank from Heritem, catching onto the back lane, but catching Mercy Waifu on that Diva.
Yeah, we see again, the Mercy Waifu ult coming out, and Mr. Black's going to look to stop it, but he's not going to be able to stop it as the defense matrix doesn't block it. And again, Mr. Black's going to fall to Epsilon there, and we're going to see Unlucky
really
Team.
Close to Graviton. There it is, the Graviton.
Yeah, there's the Graviton
and
again,
all the
managed to
damage
catch off
going
both
over
Bloody
there.
Daddy and Mysteria with the Moira ult. Sherry's going to fall, and it looks like Unlucky Team, but we see Erefin again with that ult, and he does pick off Symmetra Waifu, but it's not going to be enough. He's in a 2v5 situation now, and he is going to get melted by Zatch.
Maybe enough to that race form as well as Baby Diva onto that payload, maybe enough to buy sometimes for the... Oh, Fast Manido falling from the platform.
Yeah, Utiza does get that, and we do see the 4-man shadow coming out with Bloody Daddy falling. The Lucio ult coming out, the sound barrier managing to keep them up. Mercy Waifu getting that Diva ult. If they're not going to be able to find cover, which they are, they stay alive. Utiza now staying on that point along with the healing from Moira managing to keep him up.
Only the tank alive for the side of Nocturnals, and Mercy, sorry, Mr. Black going down, so Baby Diva still alive, and it's going
it doesn't
to be
matter,
completion.
that's the second map to Unlucky Team, and that means that they take this first set.
Yeah. So once again a 2-0 match, that's 2 Overwatch for now.
And that will be a good game for Unlucky Team, and they'll be continuing, and they will be playing against the winner of this next set, I want to say. I will double check that. Yep, next we're going to be having Valkyrie Guardians versus Nerf Torb Gaming. And whoever wins out of that set will be playing against Unlucky Team.